And the gospel lesson for us today is from John chapter 4. It follows on the lesson from last week. So to remind you, after Jesus and the disciples had gone to Jerusalem for the Passover, they now were returning home. And this time their journey took them through Samaria. And so they came to Jacob's well. Jesus sat down there at the well and waited, while his disciples went into town to try to buy some lunch for the group. It was lunchtime. And as he waited at the well, a woman came out from the town to get some water. He requested a drink. Now this caught her off guard for so many reasons. Not the least of the fact was that the Jews and Samaritans had been enemies for centuries. So a conversation began, in which Jesus said he would give her living water if she asked, if she could recognize who he was and what God might give her. Living water, like a fountain, a geyser, an artesian well, bubbling up from within her, a fountain that brings life and really quenches thirst. And she decided she'd like some of what he's selling. There's more to the discussion, including banter and including some deeper theological issues like what worship is and where and how it's right to worship, and how when Messiah comes all these answers will be put to rest because Messiah will teach everyone. So, Jesus said, I am that one. I'm the one for whom you've been waiting. And about then, the disciples get back with the lunch they'd bought. And things are pretty awkward because they found him in conversation with this woman. The woman? Well, she left her water jar and went back into town, telling everyone she'd met someone claiming to be the Messiah. What do you think? Is it possible? So a large crowd comes out to investigate. Gesturing toward them as they come, Jesus told the disciples, There's the harvest. I'm sending you in so that you can rejoice with me in the harvest. You're the workers. Now, some of the villagers of the town had believed that Jesus was the Messiah simply because of what the woman had shared with them. Others came to believe by meeting and getting to know him themselves. And they urged him to stay a while. And so, delaying his trip back to Galilee, he stayed there 2 more days. With them, we also affirm, we have heard for ourselves, and we know this one is truly the Savior of the world.